Hey, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So crazy story, right? So I think the number that you had gave the DMers previously as messaging, and like there's like, no, you got the wrong girl. Stop texting me. I'm like, I only sent one text. I'm
Yep.
like, what?
I put a three instead of a two. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, the girl says to me, this is not Ansley in quotes, and she's like, stop texting me. I'm like, okay, I just sent out one
I
message.
am so sorry.
No, it's all good. I thought it was a funny story. So where are you calling me from today? What state are you in?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Very cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Big city, man. The airports are crazy there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
All
nice
right.
though.
Now,
We live.
what do you do full time?
So I right now still am a part-time student in undergrad. So I'm graduating this August with a degree in nutrition and dietetics. So in the meantime, I'm home with my parents, just kind of working this summer at my gym, just around the neighborhood and taking it easy while I'm taking two online classes.
Wow, you are busy, my friend.
hmm
And you graduate when? I'm sorry, like how long ago? How long do you graduate?
August.
Wow, man, just around the corner. Is that exciting or what?
I am so ready.
So what are you going to be doing with that degree? Like, what is your ambitions? What are your goals?
Yeah, so I honestly am just kind of looking for a full-time nutrition job starting in the fall after I graduate. I've been looking kind of all over. There's a few jobs I've found through sports nutrition, which I'm really interested in, as well as allergy nutrition. But I plan on going to grad school in the fall of 2024 so I can become a registered dietitian.
Let's go. I love it. Cool. So I probably know the answer, but I'm still going to ask it. Why online coaching? What's this going to do for you?
Yeah, so actually a coworker of mine at the gym I work at, she is a nutritionist online coach and she absolutely loves it. And I had followed a few accounts that she was interested in. So I've just kind of used for her own company. But so she just was kind of hyping it up to me, and it was something I never really considered before. So, especially now or in the next year or so after I graduate before grad school, I feel like it could be a good experience.
Yeah, 100%. So the cool thing about this is it's time sensitive for with what you got going on, right? We're not trying to add anything additional to your plate. We're just trying to maximize the time that you do have. So the cool thing is if we move forward, we actually teach you how to build up your own business versus you trying to build someone else's. So we can get you a book of clients already. So by the time you're actually a registered dietitian, then we can just always up our prices. So you already have income coming in as well, and we're going to teach you how to attract those people, whether they want to come to you, because Atlanta is a huge area. We can get a lot of people coming to you, or impacting people just virtually online as well. So we kind of kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. So obviously, the sooner we start, the better, because by the time you're actually back in school, you already have that clientele already built up and you have that back end systems already created. Cool.
Right. Yep.
What do you feel like online training is going to give you? Like, are we looking for financial freedom, more flexibility? What are we looking for?
Honestly, just kind of flexibility. I do really want to travel. That's something I'm very passionate about. So, something that I can do while traveling, something obviously online would be beneficial. And then also, just time wise, I feel like working online with a variety of different clients would be really good before I can get into my own sort of leeway, whatever I end up doing with my RD license. I feel like it'll be a good way for me to just kind of connect with patients while also easing my way into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Where are some of the places that you really want to travel to?
I so my family, we're going to London in September, which
Very
I'm
cool.
very, very, very excited about. I've wanted to go there ever since I was like 6 years old. So I've been to Spain before and I've been through Italy. I absolutely love those places. So going back to Spain, I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Switzerland. There's a bunch of places, but yeah, I definitely have a travel bug that I want to get started with while I'm young.
That is so funny. You just mentioned Spain. I literally just came back from Spain like last week. I was in Barcelona for like 5 days.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely loved Spain. I would
Yeah.
go back there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Spain is pretty dope. We actually went to a professional soccer game there because like soccer's life over there. It
Right.
was insane. And then like Barcelona itself is like is like Manhattan and New York on steroids. It's like constantly filled
Yes.
with people. So it was an experience for sure. I love that.
Yes,
Cool.
definitely.
Now, as far as financial goal, what are you looking to make a month to feel comfortable?
Per month.
Yeah.
Um, you know, since it's online, I haven't really thought that far into it. I definitely do want to be making a living wage. So minimum, I'd say 40 a year if possible. But yeah, I haven't really thought that far into it, but I'd say around there.
Let me give you some context behind that. So industry
Okay.
averages for online coaching could be very low end, 250 per month per client, all the way up to like 500 bucks per month per client. Okay. So let's
Okay.
just think you got some schooling, you got some, you got some skin in the game. You're feeling really confident, comfortable. Let's just say you're charging 400 bucks on average. Okay. So
Hmm.
if you had literally 10 clients, there goes 4K a month. If you have 20 clients, 8K, 25, you see that 10K a month. That's where we're making 120 a year. So this can happen relatively fast. And our program is designed to help you get there in as little as 4 to 6 months. All right. So
Okay.
we have the time to dictate it. And as far as time goes, if we can dictate anywhere between 10 to 20 hours per week, we're in a solid spot. Okay. Anything over 20 hours, you're in a really dangerously great spot, right? Do you feel like you could dictate 10 to 20 hours per week?
Probably. Yeah.
Cool. I love that. Now that you know the industry averages, we know that you'd like to be making a living off of 40K, but best case scenario, where would you like to see yourself making?
I mean, best case scenario, over 100 would be amazing. I mean, obviously, I have this love to travel. I mean, I'd love to be able to financially afford that. And, I don't really know where I want to end up living, but I definitely am more of a city girl. So that's naturally more expensive. I do have a passion for cooking and baking. So stuff like that, having my own business sort of thing. I definitely do want to be financially comfortable. So, upwards of 100K
Yeah,
would be a
imagine
definite
that, a
goal.
dietitian who loves to cook. Imagine that, right?
I know, kind of basic, but
Now,
yeah.
what do you feel like is going to be your biggest challenge to get this thing up and running?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably becoming comfortable meeting online with clients. I think I did have an internship where I met in person with clients last summer, and I really did love that. However, I think being online is just more convenient for them and me. So connecting with them, having them gain trust, I think is a big thing. I won't be able to physically see them. So as long as I can kind of keep on track time management wise with clients, I feel like that'd be really important.
So really nurturing relationships, making sure we have a sound system for them so the expectation standards are met, correct?
Exactly. Hmm.
Beautiful. Now, you already mentioned you've already tried an internship. Obviously, you're going to school for this stuff. What else have you tried as far as have we done any other research online? I know you mentioned you talked to a coworker. What else have we looked into?
Yeah, so the woman I internship with last summer, she is a very well-known dietitian. She works especially with the USTA Tennis Association, and I'm a big tennis player. So
Oh, let's go.
that connection was great. I also worked on the fueling stations. So I go to Purdue University in Indiana. So I worked in the fueling stations, worked with our sports dietitians, kind of stalking and getting to know I mainly worked with football and wrestling. So that was a really good experience. And then, working at the gym, I've recently in the past year kind of fallen in love with working out and just health in general. And
Yeah.
I'm even interested in getting my personal training license. So definitely those kind of experiences have made me want to pursue more in
I
this
love that.
career.
So you just mentioned you have this desire to get a certification. We actually provide that for you at no additional charge. So it's equal parts nutrition, equal parts fitness. So it provides a little level of for nutrition side of things will be kind of very routine based for you because, obviously you go to school for this. So it's going to be more high complex with what you're doing, but this would be a
Right.
great review, but it gets you in the door where you're feeling qualified, you're feeling confident to provide those recommendations until we can actually build out those specific plans when you become a registered dietitian, right? So the other part of it is equal parts fitness as well. So we're going to help you with program design, programming variable, the art of coaching, communication styles, all that stuff as well, and no additional charge.
Okay.
Cool. Now, where would you like to see yourself differently than where you're currently at the next 4 to 6 months?
Oh, that's a good question. In the next 4 to 6 months, I definitely just want to get immersed into my career. I think I'm very much ready to graduate and move forward and, just kind of get started with my degree and finding what really makes me happy. So I'm still young. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. This is definitely something I'm interested in, but I think I'd want to see myself in 4 to 5 months just being happy in whatever career and whatever job I end up pursuing.
Do you feel as if, on a hypothetical, you move forward to becoming an online coach and you're making 8 to 10K a month? Do you feel like that would help provide that level of happiness so you can travel, you can impact more people's lives? What does that look like for you?
Definitely. Yeah, I'd say 100% that amount. And if that is possible in that short amount of time, I'd definitely be happy with that.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a little bit of context behind that. So I'm a
Mhm.
data guy. I like to give people statistics. Okay. So
Yeah.
right now, it takes the people that do get on with our program and hit 10K, the individuals that do, on average, it takes them like under 11 weeks. So for instance, someone like you who's got some education behind them, a lot of people come to us, zero experience, zero education. They just have a passion for fitness. You, my friend, have been going to school for this. So this can happen a little bit faster. And plus, you're coming fresh out of school. So like your studying, your habits, your daily routines are a little bit different versus someone like me who's old and I'd have to go back to studying again, right? Like that's tough, right? So you have a good head start. Now, as far as what you feel like you need from like a coach or a mentor to feel really supported and successful, what would that look like?
I would definitely need some organization and some kind of, I don't know, just some tips and tricks. I feel like in order to feel confident in online coaching, I'd want someone who could really give me some good ideas if I'm struggling with someone I'd feel comfortable talking to, and just kind of being like, hey, I have this client, I don't really know what to do, or whatever it may be. Just kind of building that connection where there's comfort and maturity and also just organization.
Yes, the cool thing about that is if this was something that you feel like is in full alignment with you, we actually pair you with a one-on-one coach for your entire enrollment. So this is an individual who's completed multiple levels of our programs and they have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own. And they're designed to work with you to hold you accountable, but give you those specific tips, trips, and resources to make sure that you're firing on all cylinders and we're hitting success a lot faster. So do you feel like community is like a big deal for you? Is that something that you really thrive on?
Definitely.
Awesome. I love that. Cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over like a high level, what we have to offer. Then we're going to actually deep dive into the modules. So you can see exactly step by step on how we're going to get you to 10K. Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, cool. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Uh, yes, I can see it.
Cool. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We're accredited through the Better Business Bureau. We got a rating of an A out of a possible A plus. So when you're trying to figure out who's legitimate in this area or this space, this kind of solidifies that. We're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now on the success ladder, we have 2 tiers. We've got the 10K Accelerator, we've got the Mastery Level Coach. So 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself, kind of trying to figure out where they want to go to, make that transition to creating an online platform. The information this course can give from 0 up to 10K in as little as 4 months if so desired. Now, mastery levels for individuals who have been coaching for quite some time, they're hitting 10K consistently on a regular basis, but their focal point is eventually to get to 100K per month. They want to become more of a CEO of their own business, if that makes sense. Now, the
Mhm.
10K Accelerator is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get your first couple clients out the gate. We can't consider ourselves an actual business until we have paying clients. So once we
Mhm.
have that, we'll then establish a solid business foundation. We're going to teach you how to generate leads organically utilizing AI technology, develop sales and retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Okay. On the support side of things, you're going to have that assigned one-on-one coach as mentioned. You'll have that customized game plan call with that individual to really review where you're at and where you want to be and what's the most efficient way to get you there. Every 2 weeks, you'll have one-on-one Zoom calls, very similar to this. You'll get to revisit the game plan, make any changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. And then this is really cool. Eventually, you'll get introduced to your sales coach. So you'll have multiple coaches. A sales coach is going to help you get the greatest return of investment. We're going to show you how to lock down those leads and lock them down at a 40% clip or greater. Then 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a 9 to 5. So these would go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, lead generation, you name it, we deep dive into it. And then you'll have 24/5 tech support. So outside of those game planning calls, you can text your coach 24 hours a day, and they're contractually obligated to answer your questions. Now, becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting, it's awesome, but it's also overwhelming at times. So we've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions to ensure you're constantly in a good headspace to move forward with your business when it starts getting kind of difficult. As far as the resources go, you'll have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. We'll also give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific enhancements to your program. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer a bonus certification at no additional charge. Now, the secret sauce to get you from to 10K, 4 phases. Act first. What does that mean? It means we're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about. We're going to utilize very specific strategies to get your first couple clients within the first 2 weeks. Then phase 2, we're going to set up your business, make sure you're a legal company. We're also going to identify what problems we solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. These first 2 phases will be done within that first month to month and a half. The remainder of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3, we're going to teach you organic marketing strategy, utilizing AI technology. We're also going to teach you how to generate leads with NLCA's community lead gen method, which we utilize WhatsApp for. And then we're also going to teach you basic sales funnel creations to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 will be like the fine tuning of things. Okay. So we're going to master your marketing and sales capabilities so we can close down calls at a 40% clip or greater. We want to make sure we have consistent delivery systems, but we're going to emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for long periods of time and advance them to higher levels of your programming. Any questions on that so far?
No, I think it looks good so far.
Beautiful. Cool. Now, this is the module itself, 32 total modules. Each module will have an overview link that you can read. It'll also be associated with videos. The videos and the links are tutorial style, so they tell you exactly step by step how to execute everything, so there's zero guesswork. Okay. First step in becoming a full-time coach, we're going to utilize those specific strategies that I mentioned to get your first couple clients. The cool thing is the resources we give you, the majority are already done for you, so it's just plugging and playing. Okay, making our time more efficient. 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as your onboarding material that will help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capacity. Kind of think of this as like a school syllabus, where to go when things get difficult. Okay. From there, we're going to move into the roadmap. There's going to be 2 phases of this. What do we need to get from 0 to 5K? And then what do we need to execute to get from to 5 to 10? Okay. So again, videos will show you exactly what to do. Now, based upon our specific goals and lifestyle you want to live, we're going to create daily routines and different strategies to make sure that we're on pace to reach those goals. We're also going to help you with overcoming mindset issues, imposter syndrome, fear of failure, anxiety, all natural, normal feelings, but we want to move forward with our business. We've identified the top 10 struggles that you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've also provided solutions to each and every one of those. And this is where things get interesting. Administration systems and Chat GPT. Have you heard of Chat GPT?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, like Google on steroids, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like your high-powered virtual assistant that can really make things more efficient. So setting up SOPs, responding to client emails, setting up resources, nutrition, even workout programs makes it in half the time. Okay. Then administration systems, as far as setting up waiver, Stripe to collect payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform account to book calls. We even have applications you can utilize to load all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot. So we'll show you how to maximize all those features. We're going to do the same thing for your financial module. So we're going to help you set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, tell you when to open up a business bank account, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, business write-offs, liability insurance, health insurance, you name it, we'll go into it. Now, the cool thing about this is if you were to file for your LLC, it usually takes you like 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company called Taylor Brands. It's done within 2 to 3 hours. So it's a fraction of the time. It's roughly right around the same cost. And it's also been, we've already been partnered with like a lawyer. So everything is legalized for you. From there, we're going to move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We're going to deep dive into your very specific goals. From there, we're going to move into identifying your ideal challenge, as in what problem does your program solve for individuals? Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So they're going to be a do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program. The more that you do, the more that you offer, the higher the ticket offer. That high ticket offer will be established upon your length of terms. So we'll help with the structure of your pricing. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable. From there, we're going to move into organic marketing. We're going to teach you how to do 1 hour's worth of work, but get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. Okay. So again, maximizing your time and really showing you different systems and strategies that don't cost you additional money at all. Okay. So we'll also teach you how to set up podcasts and YouTube. We want to expand your message. We want people to know who you are and what you're about and gain more traction and more followers. We'll also show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. There's very specific strategies that we put in place to ensure that we're getting the most return of investment on this. So we'll also show you all things Instagram, all things Facebook, all the way down to the hashtag use, how to really maximize reels. We track with data analytics, and then we'll even show you everyone's new favorite, TikTok as well. Went back one too far, TikTok. So how can we maximize TikTok? I don't mess with TikTok. I'm too old for it. My kids are on it. I won't mess with it. From there, we're going to show you how to set up content creation easier. So we're going to introduce you to Canva Pro and Microsoft Designer. So I want you to think of your social media as like a storefront. So think when you're out shopping, something attracts your eye, it makes you want to go into that store. We want to get that same kind of feel for people that are shopping around online. They see your page. I got to go see what she's about, right? This is going to help professionalize your content, make it more organized. It's really good for like setting up logos and branding, things of that nature, makes your page more aesthetically pleasing. From there, we're going to move into the 10K lead generation framework. There's 3 different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. So this is like inbound marketing or people coming specifically to you first. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to set up or teach you how to set up a WhatsApp group and why it's important, who we're going to be targeting. Okay. From there, we're going to give you very specific strategies to bring more people filtering in through that WhatsApp group, such as cross-pollination. Example of this, you might be partnered with another coach. That coach's audience gets to see who you are. Your audience gets to see who that other coach is. So essentially, we're gaining more traction, more followers. We're spreading our message. Free resources. Everyone loves free workouts. I don't know how many times I clicked on something if I get something for free, right? We have all done it. Another one that I really like to highlight, a scholarship strategy. This brings in a ton of people and it gets a lot of people on your books. And then of course, call to actions. Now, the opposite of this would be what we call conversation and calls. This is like outbound marketing or you reaching out to individuals first. So we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms and how to build and nurture these relationships. Now, once we have these all filtered into the WhatsApp group, hopefully they're talking to people who are already on your program. So they kind of have an idea of what you are, what you're about. There's more trust being built. So by the time they get on that sales call, they kind of have a good idea of everything, right? It's more like there's a trust there. Okay. From there, we're going to move into referral strategy. This is the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers talking about how amazing you are. We'll give you strategies and resources to incentivize people to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask or beg. Okay? Sales overview and fundamentals. If you're going to be an entrepreneur or a coach, period, you got to be good at sales. You got to learn to love it. We're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities because we want to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's kind of like a screening. It's kind of figuring out, do I really want to work with this person? Can I actually solve their problem? We'll give you real-time examples with our coaches and we'll teach you how to track it. This will lead us into the closing call. We're trying to lock down this lead, turn them into a client. Okay, so you're going to hear various excuses as to why they can't do it. So we're going to do a ton of objection handling, right? We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you examples. We'll give you financing options. That will be a game changer to get people in your program who normally couldn't afford it. And it also will teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable. And then again, how to lock down that lead once and for all. Now, once we lock that lead down, we're going to track everything. How many calls do we book? How many showed? How many closed? And at what price point? We want to make sure there's predictable data every single month. So we'll give you resources in order to do that. Objection handling web, right? 1,000,001 excuses as to why right now is not the time for them. We give you over 30 different scenarios you're going to hear on a regular basis. The more we can familiarize ourselves with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections on the sales call and get them to understand why your program is so important to act now. Okay. Client onboarding, probably the most overlooked area by a lot of coaches. It's your first 30 days in your program. Okay. This will make or break if someone wants to continue to work with you. How can we make this a really special, unique process? How can we get them a resource in their hands within that first 24 to 48 hours while you're building out their nutrition or their workout programs? And this is where standards and expectations are being made. Okay? Client deliveries is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how you're delivering services. But how can we do this more efficiently? How can we utilize ChatGPT to do this faster and provide an enhanced customer service experience? And then no matter how good you are, someone's going to ghost you, someone's going to quit, someone's not going to listen, right? Oftentimes when this happens, it's because they either want a larger community base, they want to feel like they're a part of something greater. Some of them want more singular touch points with you, and some want challenges, and some want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. We'll give you different resources and strategies to bring that to life for them so they execute at a higher level. Let's see here. Go back one more. Cool. From there, we move into customer support, the not so fun side of things. Cancellations, refund requests, pause requests. How do we deal with this? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And how do we track it? Then we're going to move into retention. We want to keep people for long periods of time, advance into higher levels of our programming. Here, we'll give you strategies for that, and we'll also teach you how to track it. Okay. Quick recap, and we'll answer any questions you got. Cool?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. It's a 4-month program. You'll have your customized game planning call. You'll have your individualized coach. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a sales coach as well. You'll have a private Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we've missed here?
Don't think so.
How are we feeling? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it?
It's a lot of information. I like it. I mean, it seems like you kind of hit everything possible that could happen. I mean, from financials to client disagreement, all of that. So it's interesting. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, the cool thing about this is a lot of people will think like, do I go through the program first and execute? You're actually executing as you go. So before you leave one module, it'll tell you what you need to execute before you move to the next. So you're building your business, building clients all in one shot. Okay, so a lot of people when they start a business, they don't realize how much goes into having a legitimate business and setting yourself apart from other people. And that's where we kind of come in. It's an all-encompassing program. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials at all?
No, I have not.
I'm going to share about 2 of them with you. Okay. So the first one's Charlotte. Okay. I'd call her like a 10%er. Like she came out here and murdered it. Okay. She was an in-person trainer making about 40K a year. So she kind of was like getting sick of that in-person style. She joined our program, and after 6 months, she contracted over 200K. Now she's a CEO making 70K a month. Okay. So this is someone that went all in and went balls to the wall, was working about 60 to 80 hours a week in order for her to completely transition out of in person. So she was doing a ton. Now, the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got Karina. She was making 2K a month. Her goal was not to be like an empire or anything like that, or a CEO. She just wanted to travel more and spend time with her kids. First tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. After 6 months, she was averaging 10 to 12K months on a regular basis. She's now hitting 15K a month, working 35 hours a week. The reason I shared those 2 specifically with you is, one, I know you had aspirations of like you enjoy working in the gym. So I kind of want to share what that looked like. And then also I know traveling and family is huge for you. That's why I shared Karina. So kind of the best of both worlds. Do you feel like you could resonate with them a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. Let's talk about the client averages. A lot of people want to know what your basic student's doing. So 73% of our students sign their first client in month 1. On average, it takes them just 1 week to do so. So the individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. Now, the individuals that don't sign their first client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging 6,500. So just to be a basic, mediocre, middle of the line person, you can expect to make 6,500 to 8K, which is still really good. All right. Do you consider yourself a basic, mediocre person?
No.
I would hope not. Now, this
No.
is really cool. Of the students who hit a 10K a month, it takes them less than 13 weeks on average to do so. So my math was a little bit off. I think I said like 12 weeks or something like that. But regardless, that's still, just over 90 days. You could be hitting 10K a month. Pretty crazy. The students that stay with us for 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals that have 97 clients are averaging 366,000 per year. Okay. Now, obviously, if you have 97 clients, we're at that mastery level because we're going to have to, bring on a DMer, run ads, things of that nature. So this first area, we're just kind of getting the bread and butter down, and then mastery levels where we really start talking about like leading leaders and building on like your employees and things of that nature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the students grade the program a 4.5 out of 5 on average, which means they're getting massive results for their respective businesses. Any questions on these?
Nope.
Cool. Did you get a chance to check out the 3 times your investment guarantee? Did you read about that?
No, I did not.
Cool. So a lot of companies will have a money back guarantee. We have that, but you're going to have 3 times your investment back in your enrollment term, or you'll get 100% refund back. So essentially how this works is you attend your game planning call, okay, pretty standard, attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is 2 per month, 1 group support call each week, can't spend longer than 2 weeks on your optional certification, run the scholarship in the first 90 days, charge at least the bare minimum of $250 per month or higher, okay, no late payments. If you do all that and just show up and just do the work that's expected of you with the resources and education that we provide, we're guaranteeing you'll 3 times what you invest in, or 100% money back guarantee. Now, year to date, we've helped over 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%. Pretty good batting average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that give you a little bit more confidence? I know some people, that kind of gives them a little bit more reassurance.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. All right, so the next thing is we're going to talk about that investment. What's this going to cost us? There'll be a payment plan, or there'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan means we've just put down a down payment. We spread it out over 4 months. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Okay. Now, no matter where you're at financially, if this is something that truly aligns with what you want to do, we have extended payment plans. We have financing options. I have something for you regardless of your situation. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it. What's this going to cost? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just playing.
All right.
No, there's a payment plan of $7,000. There's a paid in full option of $6,200 that saves you $800. Out of those 2, which do you think would work best for you?
Probably pay in full.
Pay in full?
I think.
Cool. So what we could do, that's
so.
awesome, because a lot of the majority of the students will do a payment plan, but if you can do a paid in full, that's awesome. What we could do is split it up into 2 payments to make it easier for you. So what that would look like, usually we don't do that, but if that looked like is we put $3,100 down today, I'd give you 60 days to pay off that second $3,100. So that way you have a chance to build your business, get a lot of clientele rolling. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that something you're ready to commit to?
Not right now. Maybe sometime soon, but definitely not at the moment. I mean, I still am a college student and still trying to make a good amount of money this summer before I can commit to anything like that, I'd say.
Cool. Yeah. Totally get that. Now, let me ask you a couple questions to take it moving forward off the table. Do you feel like this checks all of your boxes on what you're looking for as far as like a coaching program?
I'd say so, yeah.
Cool. And are you 100% confident in your own abilities to follow through with the support and education we're providing?
I'd say so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it kind of seems like the only thing holding us back is finances, right? Because you're a college student, which I can respect. I was there at one point in time back a long, long time ago. So I totally get that money's a little bit tighter. If we could figure out something that financially makes sense for you, is this something that you'd want to move forward with?
Possibly.
Okay. The reason I ask is because majority of students who are just finishing up college or getting to that point where they're trying to kind of figure out where they're transitioning, we totally get that there's going to be like, I've been a student for so long. But if you wait and you work at a gym, you're just trading in time and you're getting further away from your overall goal, right? Mm-hmm. So if we can figure out something that works, so why I'm not telling you not to work at all at places, but what I am saying is if we can start working and building up our back end foundations, by the time you are ready to go full balls to the wall, so to speak, you've already got a solid business already planted. You've already got clients. You've already established yourself as a business. So it's easier to keep generating leads. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also, if we're looking at the time frame, it's June. So here in the next couple of months is a great time to bring on people because people want to look good for summer, right? 4th of July is coming. Mm-hmm. People have parties. They have relatives coming into town they haven't seen in a long time or family. So they're more apt to want to follow and execute a game plan versus after the 4th of July, people start going back to school. We can start hiding under turtlenecks and hoodies, right? So they're not as nearly, apt to want to follow through. So there's certain times in the health and fitness industry where we can really lock down. So let me go over this option for you. I have a couple different options. It's kind of a couple of them will guarantee you get in, but it's really going to be based upon your overall credit. Is your credit good, bad, great, awesome? What does it look like?
It's pretty good.
Cool. Are we talking like 700s?
I'd say so, if I remember correctly.
Cool. So we have a couple different options. So one is called Fund My Contract. It's awesome. It takes that 7,000 and it breaks it down into very small, manageable payments. Okay. So example, one guy got approved for like 84 months. His his payment plan was like 155 per month, which is relatively really low. Now, the cool thing about this is it's either a 6 or 12 month, same as cash. So whichever you get approved for, we pay it off prior to the 6 or 12 months, 0 interest. And again, the program itself is only 4 months. We're guaranteeing you're going to 3 times your investment, right? So what we do is, if you like, we can go ahead and set that up to where we see what you get approved for. Even though you have good credit, I know you're a college student, so sometimes it's kind of iffy just due to like the credit history, right?
Right.
So I would like to see what we get approved for if you're open to that.
We could do that. I am running low on time. I know it's a 60-minute meeting, but something did come up, so I have to leave kind of soon. Trying to think.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a PayPal account?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, because that's going to be another one. Now, those two are going to be like my top options for people that have great credit. Okay. So PayPal credit's very similar to that. Besides, it's 6 months, same as cash. So let's pretend like one guy yesterday got approved for $6,000. Okay. So he just got a line of credit. He doesn't have to use all that, but he put it toward the paid in full. All right. So as long as he pays that off before 6 months, 0 interest, right? So again, it gets you going a lot sooner. The last option is what we call sweet pay. It takes that 7,000, spreads it out over 12 months, and there's only 5% down. So example of that, 5% of 7,000 is 350 plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. It's like 409 to get going today. Your next payment wouldn't be due until July 1st, and then your monthly payments would be equivalent to 597, which is 2 clients, right? So that one gets you in right away, but the other two, if we get approved for, that one you'll definitely get approved for. But the other two, it allows us to get going sooner, and it's a possibility that we can actually pay everything off and not even have to worry about that.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's interesting. Definitely. It's something, I mean, that does make me feel better financially. Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to see what we get approved for, so just so we know what cards we have to play with?
I don't really know. Probably another time, probably not right now. Yeah, probably not right now.
Cool. Did you want to set up like a follow-up call maybe Sunday?
Yeah, we could do that.
So that way, that one would just be figuring out what cards we have to play with, and we can kind of figure that out, because I don't want to hold you.
Yeah.
Are you EST? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to go 4 p.m. EST on Sunday?
4 p.m. Yes, that should work.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's lock in together. I'm just going to put 4 p.m. EST. Cool. So I'll shoot you this time with the right number. I'll shoot you a reminder. And yeah, let's lock in tomorrow, or I'm sorry, for Sunday for 4 p.m. and we'll just kind of go over all this together. So I don't want you to have to really do anything else. We'll figure it out together, and then from there we can figure out the next steps. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
In between time, I am going to send you over some stuff. I'm going to send you like at least a how to get started mini course. I want you to go into the mindset that you're already decided to be a student, that you're committing to yourself. Okay.
Okay.
So by Sunday, you can tell me what you thought of the mini course, and then we'll just kind of move forward from there. Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
Now, the number I texted you from is my specific number. So if there's any questions or concerns, shoot me a message. I'll make sure I take care of you. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. See you Sunday.
All right.